cold, brisk, windy. St. Patrick's Day here in Upper Method Field as NC State takes on James Madison University. Zach Sawai here alongside Blake Challerton. So today's matchup is between two very strong teams, two very good teams that we've seen in the past. As far as we know from NC State, they've had a very good past several weekends. Recently went to Savannah and had a tournament there. Did go 1-2. Did get one winning against Denison University and a few losses against Buffalo and Niagara. They are undefeated in conference play, and they recently actually beat Clemson and USC. State has been very good as we've seen. Blake, what is this going to do for their momentum today?
Really, just being able to just come in, off of the Mason-Dixon Conference, it's just going to be able to boost their morale and really contribute to just overall team play. They really do seem to have a very good chemistry going, and I think that's going to really help them out.
The structure of the defense is going to be important here today because rugby, as you know, is going to be a sport where it's going to be very quick things happening, lateral passes all around. So what's going to be important about the defense today, really, because NC State has had good defense all season long, even dating back to their first game full of even just rookie players.
Well, that's the thing, is James Madison is actually doing very well in the Mason-Dixon Conference as well. One thing that NC State's going to have to probably do is just maintain possession of the ball. I mean, as long as you maintain possession, you're going to put yourself in a good position. As long as they, get those interceptions in possibly while James Madison is going on the offensive, it could really help them out.
It's going to be a battle of the scrum battle today, as well as the line-out battle. It's going to be very important for them to win those key battles. So, Blake, what's it going to mean for them today to win those scrums, to make sure they maintain that ball position and really push that ball forward? Because while State has had strong defense this season, their offense has been something to look at.
Well, I mean, what they say, defense wins championships. If they really do win those hard-fought scrums and mauls right in the middle, they'll put themselves in a good position. Obviously, the offense is something that they do need to improve on. But as long as they got that solid defense back there, they'll be able to contribute to the offense well.
Well, Blake, we look forward to a very strong broadcast today and a very strong game. We'll be right back here for the matchup between the NC State Wolfpack and the James Madison Dukes. All right, Blake, it's a very windy day here at Upper Method Field between the North Carolina State Wolfpack and the JMU Dukes. Zach Sawai here alongside Blake Challerton. It's going to be a long matchup today here, Blake. It's windy and it's cold, and these players, it's going to be pretty hard for them as well. What do you think here?
Well, yeah, I mean, with any outdoor sport, wind is going to play a pretty vital role, and with the amount of, backwards passes that you're going to be seeing in rugby, it's possible that the weather could play a pretty critical role. I don't know if it has, but it, easily pick right back up.
NC State jersey is very with the red with black stripes, but today it's solid black with red stripes. A very interesting choice right there by the Wolfpack, and for the JMU Dukes, they got themselves some very jerseys with some yellow accents around. Of course, I'm no fashion geek here, Blake, but I'm just saying the facts here. Very good clothing apparel chosen today. It's a cold day, so make sure if you're outside, layer up. It's almost at the end of flu season, so make sure that you feel safe and you feel secure. As we're waiting the open, wow.
I love the morale. This team chemistry for both sides is just absolutely daunting.
So we have a lot of positions here today with some of the opening players. And there goes Sophia Lamberti on the field right now for the touch-off, I believe is what they call it.
No, I was watching earlier. They needed one more person to, run the touch line, and the ref was just telling her how to do it.
Oh, man. You see a lot of these people, outside of the games and things like that, just walking around campus, and it's really good to see them, and it's just a different environment than you would normally expect.
Absolutely. Looks like we're going to be getting underway here, though.
And the kickoff, and there they go, a short kickoff right there. And there goes State. State now controls it. Thrown down there, I
believe that's going to go out.
That was Bones, who is one of the locks for this team. I really like these players' monikers as well. This is one of those sports where they can choose to be very strong in who they are as people, and they get to make up their own nicknames and things like that, and it's always a good thing.
Absolutely.
JMU will now control the play.
We're going to see our first line out here.
Lineouts are critical. This is going to be a great chance for both teams to really get inside the action here. JMU will maintain possession. Lateral pass back. And they carry it back up through the field. Just dropped right there. A little bit of a scrum going on, and State, I believe, maintains possession of that. Defensive structures are important. State seems to be very much closing much more spread out.
I will say, though, NC State's defense does seem to, it looks to me like they do have a size advantage compared to JMU's defense, at least. We'll have to see if that contributes at all.
Here's a scrum right here about to happen.
First scrum of the game, I believe.
One of the first. This is something that, you know, the first time that I watched rugby, I was a bit scared of. These girls go hard, Blake. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Just roll it in there. There we go.
It looks like State's going to take that. The ball seemed to roll a little bit towards them, and they do take it. And here they go. That was Cream, had that for the scrum half. Trying to maintain possession, almost throttled down there by one of the Duke's players as JMU will take possession once again, thrown to the ground. You know, the interesting thing here, Blake, is the fact that rugby is pretty much like football, except once there's a tackle, play doesn't stop.
You could almost say it's even more, you know, physically demanding than football, just because, you know, you don't get a break. You're down, you keep on fighting.
Yeah, and this is a running clock as well, so it's really going to be a matter of can these two teams make sure that they know what they're doing and how they're doing it.
Absolutely. Time management is definitely going to be play a big part in any game, and I'm sure rugby just as much.
Kicked in.
That goes out of bounds.
Interesting choice here, but if you look at the State bench as well, they seem to be much more loaded, not only with fans but with subs. JMU's bench looks a little bit on the short side.
It does, yes. I was talking with JMU earlier. It appears to me that they have 17 rostered players right now. So, you know, with rugby, you have 15 out on the field. You know, I believe it's 15, but you only have 2 people on the sidelines.
There they go. Thrown into a little bit of a pile right there. State maintains possession, and they'll carry it back out. There they go. There goes Bowman. Bowman still has it. No. Tackle down. That was Goose. Goose is one of their star players here, Blake. She is very good. Lateral pass right there to Konzelman. Another lateral pass back again. Almost tackled down. Again, thrown down.
You got to admire the tackling technique of rugby. It's very clean. There's nothing, you know, like rough, I guess you could say, about it. It's very methodical. Looks like we're going to see another scrum here as well.
Wow.
And JMU is going to maintain possession.
There you go. And there goes the Dukes again. Great lateral passing there. A few drops so far, but of course you can contribute that to the win play as well.
That's very possible. Very possible indeed. I will say, though, the NC State bench and fans, they are absolutely crazy. At least compared to, you know, other club sports I've been to, like soccer, there's nothing quite like this.
Yeah, nothing at all here, Blake. I think one of the best things as well is just, like you said, just the support here. Club sports don't get enough recognition here at State.
Absolutely not.
And these players really do it all, and even much more than regular student athletes do. These players not only have to manage their own funds, they have to manage their own games, practice schedules, and still take a full class load.
Exactly.
It's a very, very interesting setup as well. Got a lot of positions here today. A lot of these positions, I believe, are going to be mainly for when they get into special events like a scrum or even a rook.
Right.
So you have a few flankers. You even have an 8-man position, and there's a lot of scrum positions. It's a very demanding game, and
absolutely
off the scrum right there, State will not get that, and JMU will maintain possession once again. Another quick lateral pass. I think what they need to do here, Blake, is to make sure that they know their options on the sides.
Absolutely.
I think what State's trying to do too much is really drive up the middle, but in all actuality, they have a lot of space on the sides.
Right.
JMU doesn't seem to be covering those very well.
If you just, you know, cross the field over, you're going to open up both, you know, options for your offense, and you're going to kind of open up their defense as well. Scrum after scrum, though.
A bit of a flying V formation behind the scrum for the Wolfpack.
Looks good.
Off the scrum, here we go here. Waiting for possession to be maintained here and still scrumming.
Looks like
Ball got thrown to the ground and JMU will retake possession, and here they go. Quick lateral passes. State doing a great job of pressuring, keeping it in their end, but she has great speed now as there she goes. Then slack to the ground right there, and there's JMU once again. Thrown to the ground there by Jet, one of the outside centermen. What a great play once again there. If I'm not mistaken here, Blake, for the past 7 minutes, State has kept the ball in the JMU end.
Oh, yes,
great
absolutely.
pressure by the Wolfpack. With great speed, she almost breaks through right there for the Dukes.
And it looks like, yeah, JMU's actually maintaining a solid possession right now. They're moving the ball for the first time, it seems like, on NC State's half. We're going to have to see if they can make anything of this possession, though.
JMU players are still trying to get that ball out, but State's doing a good job of the defensive pressure there. As we were talking about earlier, one of their star players is number 12, Goose, the inside center. She had a very good first game when I first saw one of these rugby games, and definitely showed me how important these games are for, you know, players and things like that here, Blake. But looking at JMU, what's one player you want to keep an eye on?
One player I want to keep an eye on is more than likely, let me see, I believe it was Amy Gartrell. She's only a sophomore, but she's definitely playing a critical role in JMU's offense right now. Oh, hang on, let me see. I'm trying to see what the call is for. No, okay, never mind. But yeah, looks like we're gonna see another scrum.
These scrums happen pretty often here. It's very interesting that these do happen with just about 30 to go in the half here. Later on today, the men's rugby team actually plays Appalachian State today at 3 p.m. You can catch all of the action right here on PackTV. And PackTV is an Apple TV, Roku, and as we are right now, live on YouTube. And go.ntsu.edu/sports. As State had a great possession run right there, and there she goes. I believe that's Goose. She runs up the side. That is Goose. What great speed, and she's just out of bounds right at the halfway mark of the field. Great speed there, Blake.
That was very well done. Definitely opened up the possession there for State. It exposed, you know, just how good NC State's defense is. It looks like we're going to see
another line out here. And the line out, you got Jill. That's the only number I can see right now. And throwing in her right there was JMU, and there goes State once again. Tackled down right there was Maggie. She's one of the flankers for this team. Thrown down to the ground right there.
And now it's just an all-out brawl.
A pile up there in the middle, but... So one thing, interesting thing about rugby here is that their jersey numbers are assigned right before games, and they're not really assigned to just whoever. These numbers correspond to their different positions. So, for example, you know, 1 through 15, it seems that 1 through 8 is more concerned. JMU still has the ball back in the end once again. JMU has not been able to really pressure it out in a long while.
Looks like Buzio was able to get it just before it got too far back in JMU's
11 on 11 right there. That was Kira. Almost tackled in the number 11 for JMU right there, but still. Yeah, so for subs today, we have 3 of them. We have number 19 in Mac, number 21 in Otto, and number 16 in Cass. So NC State. Yeah, exactly. So there's actually a lot more healthy scratches here today, I believe, is what you're going to call them. But they only have 3. You only have 3 actual subs right now, which is pretty interesting. This is a pretty big club team here, for sure. State will now have the opportunity to run it in, and there they go with a kick, and it's almost inside the zone, and there they go.
Megan Rich pulls it in, though.
And she can't do it. but they're going to try to get the ball. They're so far in, they could get a try here, Blake.
Will we see our first try? And now as the JMU bench
We're stepping away from it.
blocks our view a little bit.
And the kick goes back out. Conselman almost got it right there as the fullback, and play is stopped right there. It looks like we are going to have another scrum here.
Gotta love those scrums. The more scrums, the better.
Absolutely, Blake.
Arguably the most entertaining part of rugby.
I think the biggest thing as well is you got to be very big-bodied to play this sport here because it's just so physical.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of physicality going on here, so it's really good to see all players, playing this game.
Absolutely. As far as rugby is concerned, I am absolutely not built for such a sport. I would get absolutely destroyed every single time.
Oh, man.
I would be sitting comfortable on defense, definitely not in.
I mean, our bodies aren't even built well for college, Blake, but here we are.
There you go.
Still waiting off the scrum here to go. Grabbing on.
Everybody in position.
They push. That's one thing for sure here, Blake.
Gotta
Ball
have that
leaks out and
power.
State will maintain possession. That is number 10 in Bowman, the fly half. Thrown back out. Again, there she goes, Jet. Jet got the Jets.
Lost possession there, though. I believe that it looked like it was poked out there by Jessica Pham. But
Great speed here, Blake, but what's going to be really the key going in, because speed is going to be important, but if you have too much speed, you might lose the ball. It just happened with Jet over there.
One thing that they're going to have to keep in mind is that they really, so far, they are loving that far side of the field. And like we mentioned earlier, if you work your way to the other side of the field, kind of open up the field a little bit and set up your offense, you're gonna put yourself in a better position. They seem to be, working it to one side of the field, running out of people to lateral back to, and then they just put themselves in a difficult position.
It's a good strategy for sure, but in the past about 13 minutes of play here, Blake, I think I've only seen the ball go into the State end once. State has done a great job of middle zone possession, and they've done a very good job of making sure that the ball is really being pressured towards the goal zone there.
Absolutely. We've seen, like you said, in NC State's third, maybe once, maybe twice, if even, but a lot of it's been done pretty much in this middle third and into JMU's third.
Ball comes out, and there goes State, carrying it now once again. That is Bowman. Pass back out. There's Jet. Jet tries to maintain possession with the lateral back to Goose. Goose goes back to Leah right there on the wing, and Leah tries to rush in, and she's being throttled down there by the Dukes, but the ball still is going to try to leak out right there.
I believe that
a pile up, and the ball leaks back out. There goes Goose. Goose trying to rush her way in, and she tries to break three. Almost does, and gets down right there just in front of the goal zone. Picked up once again there by State, and there goes Jill. Big-bodied prop right there for the Wolfpack. And there's another pile up.
It looks like we're seeing... Oh, wow.
Ball popped out once again. There goes Bowman. Then Jet had it again. Jet thrown to the ground. Ball's loose. Not sure who the possession will go to here just about yet. We'll figure it out right here at Method Fields. PackTV, Zach Salai alongside Blake Challerton for this broadcast. Ball leaks out, and there goes the Dukes.
Buzio was able to get back there and maintain possession for the Dukes.
Whistle is blown right here. We'll find out why in just a second. They might go for another scrum here.
I hope so.
You like these scrums now, don't you, Blake?
They're very entertaining. I love them. Doesn't get any better. Sure enough. But yeah, this ball stayed in pretty much this exact plane of the field for the last, I don't even know, 5 minutes. We're still waiting on the ref to, I guess, assemble the troops.
This has got to be either the fourth or the fifth scrum of the game here, Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, strong possession by both teams, but I'm going to have to give the edge to State for just simply their pressure. I haven't been able to capitalize yet, and that's something they will need to work on.
And that is something that we mentioned, before the games, that NC State maintaining possession is going to it's gonna give them more opportunities. They obviously they haven't scored yet, but you know, the more you have the ball, the more chances you're gonna get.
And it just sounds so obvious, Blake. It's just like, oh, if we have the ball, we're going to score, and if we pass it, we're going to get further in. It sounds so easy to say, but
exactly. But it's rugby.
It's keys, and it's just so important because obviously it's going to be an important key, but it's more difficult.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's
she just got shellacked.
Sometimes it's the easiest strategies, you know, that just work out the best.
There goes JMU once again, trying to pinfork her way through, and she can't do it very well. Ball leaks back out, and so a nice few lateral passes right there.
Oh,
and
she's going to kick it forward.
Kick ahead. There it goes on the back right there. There's number 15.
Oh, wow. Wrapped up by Asumang.
That was Konzelman. He just had it. Jet with the Jets. Going to be singing it a lot here today. That's fun to say.
You got to love that.
She's thrown to the ground. She can't get up.
And she's just getting stomped on. Looks like
that knee went in the back of her head. Oh, my gosh.
Number 4 for JMU just kind of... no mercy there. 14 refs calling out Josephine Asumang for, I believe it's some sort of infraction. He let her know that's 2. I believe that's going to be...
With the kick ahead, that right ball that went away.
It is not here anymore. Pause the broadcast.
I think the ball got a bit too scared of playing in the game, so I just wanted to get out.
And the wind's not even blowing that way. She absolutely crushed it that way.
Well, nonetheless, State will maintain possession here as they do another line out.
NC State's defense in middle third getting ready for this next possession.
And the throw out. State maintains possession, and there they go off the line out. Whistle blown down here.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but there was a random siren there from the megaphone.
And they go in, and I can't see what...
There's so many fans.
Yeah, there's so many, and it's a pile up there near the end zone, but it's still not going to go in. And once the team scores here, Blake, the thing is the ball is going to be kicked as far as they want, but it has to be directly behind where the ball,
correct.
Where it lies, but they have to walk basically in a straight line. They can kick it from wherever.
Right, and that's one thing. Is like you want to get the ball in, but you know if you get it in from this angle here, it's going to be very difficult to actually score the conversion.
Another line out right there. As State tries to regain possession, and the ball got kicked back out, and receiving it, it's going to be Leah. Leah's going to be rushing it in. Great speed through the middle, and she's tackled down right there by number 10 for the JMU Dukes.
Yeah, absolutely wrapped up by Baden there.
Great lateral passes. State knows where the ball is today, and that's a promising sign. Rushing up the field with great speed is Kira.
Oh, wow.
Kira with great speed, and she might get a try here, and she runs into the zone.
She's going to get behind.
And she gets it. What a try right there for NC State. Great speed up the sides like we talked about.
Was beautiful.
It is now 5-0 here, pending the kick.
Pending the kick. And she was able to, you know, get in behind the goal to give them a better opportunity to score this conversion as well. Absolutely turned on the Jets there. It wasn't Jet who turned on the Jets.
Oh,
but
man.
Unfortunately.
Well, if I get to call that today, Blake, I'll be one happy man.
But that was she really just blew right by him. It was incredible. We'll have to see if, I can't tell who's taking the kick right now. We'll have to see if they can get this conversion in.
And the best part of it was Kira knew what she was doing right there. Got it to the center.
Absolutely. Giving the kicker just an easier time.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. And taking the kick.
I believe it's number 10.
That's going to be Bowman. Bowman, no problem.
Easy.
And is now 7-0 in favor of the Wolfpack. This is their first lead of the game. And we've just passed the halfway mark of the half here, Blake. So what's going to be critical here going forward?
Well, it worked one time, honestly. I believe it was Kira. Was that the one that was just give it to her again? Because she absolutely blew right by him. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But it seems these two teams have a very strong central defense, but they seem to be a bit weak on the sides. So brushing it out the sides, I feel like, is going to be the next best option.
And obviously, like you said, if we could just get one time for Jet to turn on the Jets into the end zone, it would be a beautiful day. See the drop kick.
And here they go.
Oh, wow.
JMU, what a ball mishandled there by State. JMU try to rush it in. State's doing a good job of throttling them down. State really doing a good job of pressuring their offense, staying strong in the defense. But JMU still maintains possession, barreling through the State players, and she gets in. And a pile up right there. A lot of bodies.
And now they're working it around.
JMU cracked the defense, and there they go. Not in the end zone just yet.
Meg Rich powering through, though, trying to get into the end zone.
Great barreling, and I think she's in.
Ooh, not yet. The ref's close, though.
Few laterals. And on the sides, there she goes.
We'll see if Jessica Pham can just get in.
She can just get in. They can at least get within 2 points if they can't even make the kick.
Oh, man.
A lot of bodies. So there's the lateral, and there she goes, and that's a try.
That's going to be, as long as she gets it on the ground, I believe that was Aliciana Stars. Yes, she gets in. Not the best conversion.
State just seemed to kind of give up right there, honestly, Blake.
Yeah, it was. Well, it did they get in?
I don't think so. I think they're going to go for a line out here. Yes, they are. No.
Actually, that's going to be a scrum.
Wow. And really, when you think about this too, Blake, the thing is that the scrum works in favor of JMU.
Right
State
here.
is pressured so well, centered defensively, they can just work around the far side corner.
JMU's definitely got to capitalize on this opportunity. They haven't gotten into NC State's half much, and getting this far in, you really want to come out with something.
Still waiting on the scrum here. It's been a very intense game so far in favor of State. They've really done a great job of keeping the ball in the JMU end, but this is the first time they've really lapsed here. And the scrum commences. And there goes JMU. They won that so well. And they're going to carry it in. And that will be...
Wait for the ref.
Wow.
I believe it was Lepston that had it in there, or at least close. Nope, not yet.
State having really good pressure. They're not letting that ball go in, and it goes in.
Is that going to be, is that another?
That's a try.
That I believe that was pushed in by Megan Toomey.
Well, no.
No, it's not.
Wow. Yeah, that's a try.
There we go. That's
wow. State just broke down defensively right there, Blake. That's just not a good sign by any means. And now JMU rather, will go through the extra conversion kick.
I believe, well, first of all, yeah, the conversion here is going to be a little more difficult than NC State's, obviously, just because they had to, work farther right just to get in. I couldn't tell who, I believe it was McAnalyn that was the one who was able to get in for the try. It looked like it anyways, number 6.
That's going to be a very interesting corner kick right there. She's really going to have to line up well and make sure she gets it.
She's going to have to really put some power into this. And that's going to be... Oh, that's going to be wide,
that's
right?
A bad kick right there. So State will still maintain the lead. Their defense was very strong, though, until that one moment there, Blake, and that's never good to see, a lapse like that.
They still were able to maintain this lead, but you're right. It's kind of demoralizing, but they can just as easily come right back. maybe just, off the high of the score there that they had, they just kind of, fell apart a little bit, but I'm sure they'll get it back together.
For sure here, Blake, as the teams go back to the center right now for the tip-off here. So another big thing as well, the women's lacrosse team hosts Wisconsin Sunday morning at 11, and you can catch it all the action right here on PackTV. And as we said before, Blake, PackTV is on Apple TV, Roku, and it's live on YouTube and at go.ncsu.edu/sports. Ball's kicked out once again there, and there they go. JMU will try to regain the lead right here after a missed kick right there by one of their players. Through the middle once again, JMU wins that little bit of a pile-up right there, and they'll carry it back in. Rushing through the middle, great speed. State lets a hole in, and they can't do anything about that right there. And the ball, stoppage play.
Looks like we're going to see hopefully another scrum, maybe?
This is a fast-moving game here.
It very much is. Always something going on. We do like to see that NC State is getting the ball back into JMU's half, though.
And there's another scrum right there. Ball rolls in towards State, so State will probably most likely get possession of that.
Oh no, JMU comes out with it.
It's like a big spider there, Blake. Wow, what great speed. There she goes.
Oh, that's number
really great job tackling once again right there.
5, Megan Toomey just putting on the Jets for her.
Yeah, Bowman almost had a great tackle on her.
Ooh.
Ball almost went out right there. There was number 9 for State. That was Cream. That's a great moniker. Cream.
I believe we're seeing
another pile-up once again. Barreling once again. What a great speed, and she almost breaks through, and there she goes.
Nicole Hernandez going with it into the NC State defense.
Still waiting to see what happens here. JMU will win that. There they go. Really pressured well right there. I believe that is Bowman with the pressure. That ball almost is going in. State spreading out their defense.
Ooh.
JMU maintains possession. Ball's passed back out, and there they go.
Oh.
A missed tackle right there by Jet. Thrown to the ground once again.
Baden putting on the moves.
This is like a big pillow fight.
I don't know if I'd call it a pillow fight.
Well, there they go. There's JMU once again.
It's a little rougher than a pillow fight. Definitely not the pillow fights I remember. Oh wow!
Great speed
Stars
there.
putting on the moves. Wind's picking up here as well. You might be hearing it on the broadcast.
Yeah, our apologies for that. Can't control.
Can't control the weather.
There they go, and that's most likely going to be a try. Great speed. Did that go in?
I can't tell if Rick.
And it will go in. JMU now with the lead.
I believe that was Rich who was able to penetrate the NC State defense, kick it back out. It's difficult to say because of the amount of fans, but I believe it was Hernandez who scored.
It's now 10-7 here, Blake.
Not looking too good for NC State right now, but
it was another corner goal, though, Blake, so the kick is not going to be easy once again. So State could still have the lead if they go on for the try, but their defensive absolutely has lapsed in the past several minutes. It's almost with 3/4 of the way done here with the first half. It's a running clock, as we have said before. About a 10-minute half, I would say. We will be back with a little bit of a halftime report once the half ends here. But all in all, Blake, can't really blame State. JMU has just been playing very strong, and the kick goes just wide.
Just can't seem to convert those conversions. It's
0 for 2 on the day so far in those conversion kicks.
They still maintain the lead, though.
Still is going to maintain the lead. I don't know. What do you think here, Blake? Do you think State should try and go for these 7 points, or just try to rack up as many 5 points as possible?
Well, obviously, you want to get as many points as possible. I think what they should do, at least, is get in for the try. It doesn't matter where so much, but at least get this lead back. Maybe later on you can, work for getting it down the middle to make it easier for your kicker to get it in. But, I mean, if you look at JMU right now, they're not really worrying too much about where the ball's being placed, and they're winning right now. So NC State might need to take one from their book real quick.
So yeah, State is being very cautious and very conservative in this game so far here, Blake. And that strategy is going to have to make sure it pays dividends going forward, because they can't be too conservative or else they're going to give up leads like this.
Right.
Kickoff, and JMU will get possession after that, and they will rush it in. State really pressuring the ball carrier.
Hernandez just powering herself
Barrels through great speed, and there she goes.
She's poking out the stiff arm.
Tagging along right there was number 18 in Bones. Bones almost had a really good job right there at possession. Lateral back. Really great ball movement here by JMU. They look experienced. Great speed, and there she goes. Number 12 is going to rush it in. And that's another try for the JMU Dukes, and that was a center drive as well, so this is going to be an easy try kick here for the Dukes.
Mia Vandertorn just put on the Jets once more and was able to. This is going to be a lot easier, too, for them to get a higher lead here, too. Hopefully they can put it in.
State's going to have to make some adjustments here going into the half. This defense just absolutely has collapsed. It's going to be at least 17-7 here.
I mentioned earlier that Amy Gartrell of JMU would probably be the person to look at, but it's looking like it's going to be probably either Nicole Hernandez or possibly Meg Rich. They seem to be the ones that are really contributing.
And the kick is good. 17-7 here in favor of the Dukes. That was a very, very quick lapse.
Absolutely. The tide of this game just absolutely shifted.
And the thing is as well, it's really hard to say because of the scoreboard, but State's playing good.
Yeah, they really are.
They're playing great, but the scoreboard is just sadly not showing that. As we're now 7 minutes to go here in the half on PackTV, Zach Sawai alongside Blake Challerton.
NC State's had the ball for the majority of the game. It's just been pretty much these last 3, 4, or 5 minutes that JMU's just really turned it around.
Ball kickoff once again. There go the Dukes. Rushing in through the field. Really pressuring strong is players like Alex, who's one of the props. And you've got really good players like Zoe and Maggie and Maddie. Really strong ball movement there by JMU. They're still pressuring State, as we talked about earlier. For the first half of this half, State really did a good job of keeping the ball in the JMU one, but now JMU is just completely keeping it in State's end as they're just barreling through.
It's really hard to bring Nicole Hernandez down. She's just powering her way through NC State's entire team pretty much.
Strong lateral movement. State just completely had a domino effect right there. All of their players just went flying across, and they let JMU really work their way through.
Wow. Picked up there by Stars. She's brought down.
Looks like it'll be another scrum here after a large pileup. I'm surprised how these players aren't hurt, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm watching this and it's hurting me.
Honestly, even if I drop a pencil on my finger, I get a little bit kind of antsy. I mean, if you got a full body person just tackling you, oh my gosh.
And no pads or anything like football. This is a real sport right here.
This is Saturday morning lights. About to say Friday night lights, but it's Saturday morning here. It's Saturday, right?
Yes.
It's the middle of the semester. I have lost track of what day it is. And there goes JMU. Barreling through the side right there. Thrown to the ground. Wow, what a tough look on her face right there.
Buzio was able to get it back, though, and here goes Hernandez.
Chasing down where there was Alex from the Wolfpack, and there's Jet putting on the Jets.
Oh, here comes Jessica Pham.
Strong ball movement once again there by JMU. State really doing a great job of pressuring well. JMU
wow.
barrels through, and they got through once again. Will they try to get back in? She tried to make a lateral pass right there, but she couldn't make it back from the great pressure of the Wolfpack here.
You mentioned the jerseys earlier, though. I'm really digging this black on black from State. There's just something about the color black, you know?
It's a great color, for sure.
I'm wearing black on black right now, actually.
I am wearing blue jeans.
I'm a bigger fan, clearly, of NC State rugby.
Well, as the NC State fans would say, go Pack.
There you go. Start hearing Wolfpack chants from the fans. That would be kind of cool.
Off the line out right there. Looks like NC State was going to take possession of that. What they really need to do is make sure they just make quick, simple, smart ball movement here. And that might be one of the things they talk about in the half right here.
Right.
Just about 3:40 to go here at the upper method fields. Sometimes we joke back at the office, this is the PackTV fields.
Right, yeah. I mean, we're here all the time for these outdoor sports.
Absolutely, but
lacrosse, soccer, rugby, everything.
I think it's funny, their goal horn is actually on their megaphones.
Now we're going to see JMU work to the right side of the field.
Nice lateral pass, and there they go, rushing up the side once again. State not defending it well. Shoved out of bounds right there, I believe.
Not out of bounds yet. On the ground, though. Down but not out.
And the whistle is blown. That will not be a try just about yet.
Man, this entire NC State sidelines is just standing up, supporting their team. I can barely see what's going on.
Same for me here.
Looks like NC State's going to get a drop kick, and that's going straight to us.
Oh, man, I thought I was going to get a souvenir here, Blake.
Right, I was ready to catch it. Put me on the team. I believe, yeah, it's going to go for a line out.
Thank you to everyone who's watching today's game as well. Yeah, everyone who's watching today is really making this the reason that, you know, we're here and really putting ourselves at the forefront of these resume building opportunities. So thank you for everyone who's watching this game today, and especially for those who are just even supporting the team as well, which is probably why you're watching here. We're just the messengers.
Exactly. We do appreciate any viewers we get, though.
Absolutely.
As NC State prepares for the line out. Actually, it may be.
I believe they're actually making some subs here.
It appears so. Oh, it looks like there was an injury. Somebody was bleeding. Oh, wow.
I can see it now.
Is that Goose?
That is not. It seems like Goose is fine. It was, I believe, it was one of the other players that I saw right there. But as the lineup there begins to happen, Goose is absent, so that's going to be a big one. That's State's best player right there.
Oh, wow.
Jet turns on the Jets. There she goes, barreling through, and she's got it. There she goes. And she gets tackled down, but that was the first possession back in the JMU end in a very long time here.
That was absolutely wonderfully well done by Jet there.
Really great speed by Jet to barrel through. JMU will maintain possession with a $1:16 left to go here in the first half. And with the kick, goes back, and there goes to receiving it. That's Konzelman. Ball hits the fence over there.
Just shows you how hardcore rugby is, you know. Girls bleeding, just go off to the side, wrap it up, and get back out there.
It's a
well, she's not out there yet, but
it's a very tough sport, but I could use some of that strength.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna sit nice and comfortable over here and broadcast instead.
It's very windy, very cold. Stay warm, drink hot beverages, and make sure, and most of all, stay healthy.
Oh, man.
So if you go outside today, make sure you wash your hands, sanitize them well.
The flu flu season's almost over.
Flu season is almost over, but for these players, I'm sure they would play even if they couldn't breathe. That's how tough they are.
They'll pull out one from Michael Jordan.
Great ball movement, but the half is going to end in 3 seconds, so it is not going to do well. And the half ends. This will be the halftime here for the...
Oh, wait.
Looks like they will have one more play here.
Is somebody injured? Or, oh yeah, they're making a sub. Interesting though, because, oh wow, they gotta rip the shirt off, switch real quick.
Goose is actually coming back in.
After that bandaged arm. Oh, okay. So yeah, we just heard from one of the players on NC State's team that there's 10 minutes left for a blood sub because one of NC State's players came out injured and bleeding, so still have a little bit of time left.
There's the half right there.
I'm not exactly sure what. Maybe it was 10 seconds. Maybe I didn't hear it right.
10 seconds would make more sense.
Yeah, it would make more sense. I was like 10 minutes. Good grief.
All right, but that is the end of the half here, 17-7 in favor of the JMU Dukes. So, Blake, at this point, we're going to sign off here for the half, and we'll be right back with a little bit of a halftime intermission report here, right here on PackTV. All right, we welcome you back here to Upper Method Field here. Zach Sawai alongside Blake Challerton here. What a half, Blake. And it was really defined by what we were talking about, going through the sides and making sure that they didn't drive through the middle here, Blake. So what's one thing that you really saw in this period that we talked about before the game?
Well, one thing I saw was that a lot of most of the scores actually happened off of just like one player just running down along the sidelines and getting into the end zone. There was a lot of passing, obviously, but when the scores actually happened, it was just kind of like one player breaking free and getting that position open.
Kira had some great speed as well in her first try of the game for NC State, and it was a great job by her as well, but it just wasn't enough here as JMU just completely blew past the defense and really struck well. What did you see from JMU that really has put them on top here so far?
Well, they started out slow at the beginning of the first half, obviously. State was up 7-0 pretty quickly, but halfway through the half, they were up 7-0. And then they just kind of, I don't know, maybe the team was just like, all right, let's get this going. And sure enough, right, last maybe 15 minutes, they get a quick 17 points. Now they're up 17-7.
All right, one more key for State as they go into the final half here.
Well, obviously they're going to have to kind of tighten up on defense. Most of their most of JMU's scores that have been against them have been just kind of like where the ball stays in NC State's half for a while, and they kind of get a little bit of time to work with it, and they finally find an opening, get in. If NC State just kind of cracks down a little bit more, they're going to be fine. They do have a little bit of ground to make up, so we'll have to see if the second half if they can pull through.
All right, and that'll do it for the halftime report. Here's Zach Sawai alongside Blake Challerton. We'll be right back for the second half right here on PackTV. We're back here at Upper Method Field. The half just started here. Zach Sawai alongside Blake Challerton for this matchup here today. Blake will be joining us back in just a second here. But it's been a very short halftime, I want to say. Not a lot happened. State down by 10 here. It's not impossible to get back. What they're going to have to do is just get 2 simple tries, maybe a few conversion kicks, and they can get themselves back on top. But it's really going to be a matter of if the defense can step up once again. 39 minutes left to go here. A lot of positives being taken out of this game as well. State's best player today has by far been Kira, who's had the one try today. Her job playing wing is very critical as the scrum here is just about to begin.
She was a fast girl too.
Kira? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Man, the wind is really picking up here.
Our PackTV mobile studio is about to be blown down, essentially, as JMU is rushing it back in. Good lateral pass right there, and there she goes through the wing once again.
I believe that's
great speed. There she goes, and that will be a try.
absolutely beautiful. I'm pretty sure that was Baden. I couldn't tell. It looked like it was either Baden or Rich.
Nonetheless, Blake, that was a great, just barreling through the zone. Unbelievable job right there by the Dukes. There's really not much that State could have done about that. That was just some great speed.
That was very good pace, and that's kind of one of the things that we mentioned is that, well, that's the thing is like a lot of the scores have been like these random just full-on runs that just come out of nowhere. Although you have had a few JMUs where they just like mess around at the end zone, just take forever to get it in. I believe that's going to be Brannigan with the try or the conversion.
And that's good.
That's good. Excellent kick there by Brannigan.
Waiting for the scoreboard update. Yep, that was a good kick.
That's going to make it 24-7 in favor of James Madison.
Yeah, this is not good for State going in here, and it's really hard to say that these teams are. The State is playing bad.
It really is.
State is playing exceptional, but they have just been slower to make plays develop. And JMU is playing a little bit stronger, I would say, right now. It started off, JMU got us off to a slow start here. Not a lot of energy, and State really took advantage of that.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes the Dukes. I believe that was Nicole Bill picking up the ball there for James Madison.
Through the zone once again. There's JMU having possession.
Oh,
again with
wow.
barreling speed, and State just is not having it today.
Oh, but that was a good defensive play there.
Great tackle right there by Konzelman. Ball thrown to the ground. Yeah, State is not applying the defensive pressure well, and they're staying too far spread out. His laterals are made once again right there. State now finally has a little bit of defensive pressure set back up. Kira really is guarding her man well on the far side. Trying to throw it to the ground.
Wow. Just absolute brute strength. Oh my.
Barreling once again, there goes JMU. They're going to go to the corner for a corner try. Yeah, they really wouldn't have much time to try to get to the center, but State regains possession. I believe that's Kira once again. There she goes.
Wow.
Got tripped right there in their defensive end. A little bit of a pile up right there, waiting for the ref to call something.
It looks like
Kira's down.
Kira's down. There's a player for...
A little bit of a nasty spill.
Right.
That's not a good sign. One of the the trainers now coming on the field there for Kira. Looks like she's getting up, but
that was a pretty scary collision.
Yeah, the trainers are coming on now. Kira looks like she's not okay. A little bit of that's the thing with rugby here, Blake. The pile ups got a little bit weird right there, but
yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that was our first, major collision leading into an injury. Obviously, Goose went out for a little bit with the injured forearm, but that was just more or less a cut or something not too major. I believe that's Baden for JMU, who's in the collision with Kira, and that would be a kind of a big blow to JMU because Baden has really just kind of exposed the NC State defense with her speed. Her and I believe it's Meg Rich for JMU have really took a toll on NC State as a whole.
Yeah, waiting to see if the players are okay. I don't see Kira. She might have gone off, but...
Oh, no, she's in the back behind that goalpost, I believe. That's Kira, correct?
Looks like she's okay with the JMU player. But we apologize to our viewers as well. It is very windy out here, so if you have any bass infrequencies, we're very sorry about that.
It is actually pretty crazy. It's just been
just like off. Bob Dylan here, Blake, we are blowing in the wind. I hope that's Bob Dylan. I hope I didn't get that wrong here.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. So I'll take your word for it, though.
Bob Dylan's a great songwriter, of course, Blake. One of the best of all time.
Of course. It looks like... Oh, well, never mind. I was going to say it looks like Baden stays in, but that was Rich. Oh no, yeah, Baden and Rich both still in. They just needed a second to recuperate. Both Baden and Kira.
Off the scrum, there we go now. State, there they go. And possession, great speed. Oh my goodness, holy moly, there she goes.
Ooh, that was a great wrap up by Pham.
Kira almost had it. Kira thrown to the ground once again. What a thumper thump on the ground.
Oh man, Kira's get slow to go up again.
Barreling through the middle. Kira with the only try so far in this game for State. This is a little bit unnerving. She's been thrown to the ground quite a few times since her injury when she got up, but
looks like there's going to be a drop kick here.
If they can get it high and run it through, I think they can get something out of it, but
we'll have to see if NC State can. That's
there. That one goes. Goose really has some great speed. She's trying every single time. Goose has it thrown to the ground. Through the pile. Thrown in a pile once again. There goes State. They're really trying to work it their way in, and they're finally applying the pressure that they need to here.
Absolutely. They really do need to capitalize.
There she goes. Great job. Lateral back. Still a pile up, not a lot happening once again. They're right on the line, of course. But JMU re-gets it here. That was State's best chance of the half so far in a while, really. Thrown to the ground by Goose.
That was Pham just getting wrapped up by Goose.
Absolutely throttled here, Blake.
Excuse me. We're going to see another stoppage of play. Hopefully another scrum. It looks like NC State's gonna be the one putting the scrum. It'll be in their favor here. So we'll have to see if they can capitalize being down 24-7 right now.
And off the scrum, there they go once again. State retains possession of it. And it's thrown out of bounds once again. Yes, this is State's best opportunity of getting past the goal line so far right here.
Right. At least for this half thus far. JMU just came out of the half, got a quick one, and State's still looking to answer.
The NC State men's rugby team is here, and they're warming up just right about now.
Yeah, their game will be at 3 o'clock. Right after this one.
And while we're awaiting the next sequence of events here, the men's lacrosse team is in action twice this weekend. They play Liberty tonight at 7 and host ECU tomorrow at 1. You can catch all the action right here on PackTV. And as always, PackTV is on Apple TV, Roku, live on our YouTube channel right now, and at go.ncsu.edu/sports. Still working through the pile up once again. Ball's kicked out. Really flying high. Goose now retains possession, trying to get through. Really strong ball pressure right there by JMU so far. Goose really couldn't work her way through that one. Wow. Jay almost couldn't try to get through that, but she couldn't do that.
Lately been some hard hits.
There she goes, great speed barreling through.
Oh.
That goes Jet. Jet turns on the Jets.
There you go.
And there we go. That is a try for NC State. Jet really had it right there. What a great job by the NC State Wolfpack really right there to break in through the zone. Blake, what did you see?
I mean, just like you said, Jet turned on the Jets, and we finally got to say it in order for her to score. So, I mean, sometimes that's all it takes. Like we've said, though, a lot of these scores have been just, one player just turning it on and getting behind the defense.
As we wait the conversion kick here with just about 30 minutes left to go here in the match.
We'll have to see if Jet can get all 7 points for the Wolfpack.
If they can get 2 more points here, they will be within range. And
Perfect.
not a problem there for Jet. She gets the conversion kick. It is now 24-14 in favor of the Dukes.
Not a terrible deficit for NC State to get back
No,
from.
it's just 2 more tries, and it sounds difficult, but it's in reach. It's nothing like the first game, which I saw here. They faced Eno, and that was a very difficult game to watch. They played very well, but the final score was something around 55-5.
Wow. Wait, who was the one that won that game?
Eno won that game.
Oh my gosh.
They have faced tough deficits, but State has climbed back a lot, so it's nothing insurmountable what we have here today.
That's fair. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's 2 tries. It's not gonna be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult because JMU is playing very well. It's not insurmountable, like you said, though.
Exactly.
I believe it looks like Amy Gartrell coming on the field. I didn't see who came off, but JMU getting some fresh legs out there.
Strong energy coming from the Wolfpack bench here. Zach Solai alongside Blake Challerton here. We are the messengers for these wonderful club teams here.
One of the few messengers that delivering you into NC State club and intramural sports.
Great speed up the middle. There she goes once again. Just barreling through almost, and she fell to the ground. That was Leah, I'm pretty sure. Really great job
Kira.
right there by Leah. Barreling through, there's Kira. Kira once again, there she goes. Great speed, and there she goes. And will she get it? I think she...
No, not yet.
Not yet, but nonetheless, Kira's down.
Man, Kira's just getting hit left and right.
Once again here, we just gotta be wary of like how throttled she looks.
Exactly.
Kira doesn't even look like she's getting up.
It's a real shame because she's just been a crucial part of this NC State team.
I'm surprised they're not stopping play.
Yeah, they stopped play last time. I'm not sure. As the game resumes, the trainers for NC State are just working their way out on the field to take a look at Kira.
Nonetheless,
And
JMU
there she goes right back into the game. You gotta admire just the effort from Kira. It's quite a sight to see.
She's even got a little bit of a limp in her step too.
Quite the trooper. Every time she's gotten knocked down, she just gets right back up. And that's going to go out of bounds. Man, how many times is that she's just knocked down and kind of gotten slow to get up?
You know,
that's 3 or 4 probably.
She's been our MVP today so far here, Blake.
Absolutely. At least for NC State.
Absolutely. And there's been
Maybe the whole game, actually.
just think about it. She has a try, and she's been knocked down a lot.
Oh, yeah. And
she's a
just giving it
trooper.
her all. Looks like JMU's going to take advantage of the line out.
It's like those adrenaline stories you hear about a lot when the
Right.
mother has enough strength to lift up a car to save her child.
Right.
It's kind of one of those strength things that she has. Really all about getting the win here. There goes the laterals, and there goes State once again. That was Maggie, one of the flankers for this team.
And
Still in a pileup.
Yeah, they're just looking to find a hole or crease or something.
There goes Jet once again.
Oh,
Jet
wow.
gets throttled down once again.
She just trucked JMU's player. I can't tell who it is, but I believe that's Rich, Meg Rich. But we're gonna have another stoppage.
And once again, a big thing as well, PackTV is now live 24/7 on YouTube. Now you can catch the live stream of PackTV as well as all of our own on-demand content on YouTube. Be sure to search PackTV on YouTube or link it from our website, go.ncsu.edu/sports. as well. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and catch up on all the news as well. We got it to you, especially towards some of our great hosts over at The Daily. We got Megan Glova as well as Leah Bruce. Two very great individuals who have been really doing a great job of helping out with the program, getting us more into the pack here. This upcoming Monday as well, you can tune in if you're interested at all at NC State hockey. Special guest is the team captain and former player now, Luis Jimenez, will be there alongside Coach Mike Gazzillo on Over the Boards as sort of a final send-off for one of the best senior players that has ever graced the team for NC State. Be sure to catch that starting at 6 p.m. at Most Cameron Village, Raleigh. Come prepared, come hungry, get yourself some good food, and be there for some nice conversation. It'll be a good night. It looks like a state player is injured. The time has stopped.
That's right, everyone. You're listening to the voice of NC State's own Ice Pack here with Zach Sawai. Oh yeah, look, they're injured way over there on the other side of the field. Can't tell who that is, but it looks like...
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either, but let's be sure she's okay. It looks like she's taking some water. Looks like she's okay.
Slow to get up.
It looks like that will be one of the subs. A sub will be coming in at some point.
It's just, obviously, with how this game has been going and the absolute physicality of rugby, you would expect to see towards the end of the second half, more injuries, more people trying to get subs. The fatigue and the physicality, it takes a toll. So I'm surprised that they've held up this well. I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And if I heard that right, that is Leah that was actually got injured right there, number 14. She'll head off.
They're walking with the ref, and I guess that would be the NC State's trainer.
I think it's a trainer for the entire game here, Blake.
Oh, okay. I'm sure. Oh, Goose just got sprayed by one of NC State's players. It just cracked me up. Just getting some water, and all of a sudden.
There you have it. That's why they pay us the big bucks here, commentating on water right here at Blake Charlton.
Yo, you already know it.
And that was...
This is PackTV bringing you into Pack Sports. I'm giving you everything. I'll start talking about the fans.
So far into Pack Sports, we're even talking about the water they drink.
There you go. I believe it was Dasani? No.
Even better, Aquafina.
Aquafina? You pronounce it Fina? I thought it was Aquafina this entire time.
It's Fina.
All right, there's room for debate there. But that's for another time.
That's for another time, exactly. We'll bring you into the pack, but not that far in.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there's a rugby game going on. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my gosh. Setting out at the sideline once again.
Yeah, we're going to see a line out here. I believe JMU is going to be the one throwing it in.
Clock is running once again.
Yeah, the clock's... Well, it stopped for the injury, but it's back on. That is interesting, though, because... Well, I guess it makes sense, because it's unlike football in that the clock keeps running, but it's like soccer because it does. And that's just because, football, you have so many stoppages of play, and then here it's just kind of all...
Ball thrown loose. Jet was right there to almost capitalize on that, running over bodies. JMU has possession once again, but State really trying hard, throttling through, barreling. JMU couldn't get it out. But JMU now will do the same thing, and there she goes. Really great job barreling through.
Oh, there she goes. That's Amy.
Only player back is Konzelman.
Elysiana Stars for JMU.
Tackle down.
Looks like Jessica Pham for JMU is slow to get up. She's getting back into play, though. They're on the left side of the field.
Another pile-up once again. It's surprising to me how long these players are able to stay on the ground.
Absolutely. Oh, it looks like, oh, wow. NC State's going to get possession after that mishandle there by JMU.
Strong ball movement by both teams here. It's been pretty much a stalemate ever since State got that last try right there. And they're really going to have to pressure it and make sure they get the victory as Jet turns on the Jets. Trying to make her way through, but brought down well right at the halfway mark of the field. Almost had a possession right there, but got tackled down.
Now there's Jet slow to get up, but she does eventually. And now we got another individual slow to get up. Man, this game is just...
That was cream.
Drop all over the place.
That was cream for the Wolfpack, and she looks dizzy.
Yeah, she might just... It might be an indication.
This is an injury-heavy game here, Blake.
Absolutely. Oh, she's... I believe... Is that like a...
I believe that's an inhaler.
It is.
As long as... So this game can just take the wind out of you, Blake, here.
It really can.
Tackling is very heavy, of course, but...
I don't know. After having to suck on an inhaler, you might want to consider, subbing out. We'll see. She was very, very disoriented looking.
We will find out here eventually for sure right here on PackTV. Zach Sawai alongside Blake Charlton on this very windy St. Patrick's Day matchup.
It is warming up, though, a little bit. Actually, right as I say that, the sun goes behind the clouds, so that's a bummer.
You know, Blake, you're not wearing green.
Uh-oh. Well, wait, are you? No, you're not either.
No.
I was not. The green is not part of our apparel here at PackTV. That's unfortunate.
I guess you could say to get some green clothes.
There you go.
We're in a bit of a pinch.
All right.
I need to stop.
Yeah, you can see yourself out.
JMU now will take that back in. Barreling speed once again, and there she goes.
JMU.
Again, wants a pile up. Once again, a pile up. I said again, once a pile up.
Hey, I got what you're saying.
English doesn't matter. JMU now will have it once again. Jet turns on her feet. Having jets, that would require jets.
If only.
Metaphorically. But JMU will retain possession once again. What a one-handed catch right there by the JMU player.
Looking like Odell out there. Wow. And that was Jessica Pham for JMU. I tell you what, her name has been called a lot. She really gets down and dirty for JMU's offense. Now we'll see a kick. There goes, oh.
Strong ball movement once again. There goes Jet once again. Jet has just been a player with some great speed today. And her one try today really is well deserving as well as her conversion kick.
She and Kira played a very crucial role for NC State.
State really working it towards the corner. That was Kira once again. She's got a little bit of a limp right now. And now we have officially 20 minutes left in the half here.
And now if you look around, there's more and more men's rugby players for JMU and NC State populating, as well as it looks like even more fans as well. It's just a solid day for rugby.
It's a good rugby day. It's the wind that's very cold. It's not the actual weather here,
right.
And that's what's most promising.
Right. At least the rain stopped earlier as we get this line out going. Although there is the threat of rain later today, hopefully it holds off so we're able to finish this game as well as the men's.
As you heard right there, the Wolfpack love to scrum.
Hey, I like the scrum. It's very entertaining. We'll see it here. There haven't been as many scrums this half, though, if I remember correctly. It doesn't seem so.
It's been decent ball possession.
As Zach's paper flees him.
Thank you.
Luckily, fan was able to help him out there.
And that's actually one of the coaches for the team as well.
Coaches, excuse me.
Yeah. There goes Jet. Whoa. Almost got bodied right there.
Good job, Jet!
Yeah, she just got bodied. glad that she's okay.
These ladies are tough. Back-to-back scrums, I guess it is.
I would assume so here, Blake.
We'll have to see if NC State can make anything of these last 17 minutes. Gotta love the school spirit from NC State's half.
Can't wait for football season as well. Reminds me of sending in the Carter Finley.
Absolutely.
Make it if any of you watching today can make it out to a football game next semester, please do. It's got some great prospects. One of the star recruiting running backs, Ricky Person. He's in my English class.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if he becomes famous with one day, you can be able to say he was in my English class.
Yeah, actually, you remember Naeem Himes from this year. He lived in my hometown actually, and he was phenomenal at Garner High School. I really hope he can take his talents into the pros and make something of it.
And we'll see how that happens right here as the scrum happens, and JMU will retain possession. Trying to get to the middle, thrown down right there by Maggie, one of the flankers for this team. Throw back out, JMU will once again take possession. Through the middle. Just around back.
Seeing it was interesting work there by JMU. They just kind of, we'll see if, maybe not. That's one thing I've noticed about rugby is there's a lot of passing to not move very far. It's interesting to me.
Very is. Very is. Very is. That there you go. That's
words are hard. It's okay.
JMU now will take possession once again, just around the middle right there. State again applying that world-renowned defense.
Absolutely, and they're just, oh wow, and somehow JMU comes away with the ball there as the players are just, every single time they end up on the ground, it's like they get slower and slower to get back up.
It's a very physically demanding sport.
Absolutely.
Interesting strategy there by State,
wow.
and there she goes.
Lecky just putting on the Jets for JMU.
Lecky, and that's a try right there for the JMU Dukes, and it's a center 1-2.
That was
absolutely
very well done by Lecky.
Perfect job right there by JMU. Really not much more you can say, just the Jets on their feet. And is now has a chance to make it 31-14 in favor of the Duke. State really needs to step it up here and just get some very quick tries. It's been a lot of back and forth, but right now it's very obvious that the Dukes have the advantage.
Absolutely, and that was something that we talked about in the pregame, is that NC State, they're undefeated in the Mason-Dixon Conference, correct? It's my understanding, and JMU is doing fantastic in the conference as well. So it's basically just the battle of the two best, I would assume, as James Madison gets ready for this conversion. Gotta love the win. Did the conversion already happen? I guess they missed. I honestly didn't even see it happen. Interesting.
Well, nonetheless, here it is now 29-14. It looks like they opted to go against the conversion kick.
I suppose so. Interesting. We'll have to see if that now NC State, or excuse me, JMU rather, is now doubled, more than doubled NC State's score. NC State's really going to have to get something going here.
Jet now subbing out. She had a great game so far.
Absolutely.
And it may be the end for her, but still nonetheless. It's been a great game. That was a large grunt right there
Absolutely.
to start that.
Nicole Hernandez for the Dukes able to just pounce on top of it, though. Now we're going to get to see yet another scrum, as there are only 12 minutes 45 seconds left in the second half. NC State got to make something of these last few minutes.
This is some powerful wind here, Blake.
Absolutely. It comes and goes, and I swear every time it comes back, it's stronger than the last. It's just an absolute pile up. NC State, though, getting closer and closer. I believe it's going to be a stoppage. And it looks like JMU's going to have to kick it over towards State.
And off the kickoff, here we go. Ball's passed back. Picking it up right there, that is going to be Conzelman. Conzelman's been on the field. She's been a solid presence, but not a lot has been said of her so far. She's always been the one woman back. Through the middle once again.
Oh, wow.
State really using the really good forceful pressure right there. There was number 4, that was Jay.
Wow, this is crazy. Oh, wow, that was a great tackle there by, I believe that's Hernandez for, oh, no, excuse me, that was Cercio for.
A lot of back and forth here for the two teams, but
absolutely.
Still working at it is JMU. To the sides once again, they can't make anything happen off of that.
Uh-oh, JMU's breaking free.
And there they go, JMU trying to get back in, and they can't do that.
That was Lepston about to go on a run. Oh, she's still going.
Great job right there by the NC State defense. Not something you want to see happen a lot, but
it looks like there's another player down for NC State.
Injury, this is an injury-laden game.
Wow. Oh, and
JMU will go in for the try,
Hernandez, I believe. Almost, not quite.
And there she goes, that's the try.
I believe that was Baden.
I think that was number 10 for JMU.
Yes, it was Hernandez had it initially, and then Baden came in and picked it up, scooped it off the ground, and was able to.
And that's sad too, off of the injured play as well.
Absolutely.
It's now 34-14, a 20-point deficit.
Oh wait, no, not yet. I guess it was called at the goal line.
It was called, like that we were talking about before, a blood draw is going to be an extra 10 seconds of play.
I suppose so. You heard one of the NC State staff, I suppose, say something about a nosebleed.
Still awaiting word here.
It looks like there's going to be a scrum right on NC State's goal line. NC State comes away with it, kicks it out. It goes right to a JMU player.
There she goes once again. JMU still holding on to it. Play stops. They were trying that play. I swore that ball was in on the first try.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It was so close, if anything.
Exactly.
I tell you what, this weather is not my favorite. NC State just blasted down. That's picked up by Fem. Oh,
break the ankles. What a move.
That was actually
joystick move right there by the JMU Dukes, and the ball is still carried around slowly. On the far side, JMU controlling it well. with about 8 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here. And now coming in is another number 20. Not exactly sure of the name that we talked about earlier. They do change jersey numbers every so often.
Yes.
But still waiting on the ball to come back out here.
That's going to go out of play. What's a good teams going back to their roots at the beginning of the game and sticking to that far side of the field. A lot of the scores, though, have been well earned, just absolutely putting on the speed to blow past both defenses. Both offensives have done that exact strategy, as I believe that's Cream coming off the field to use the inhaler again. Like I said the first time, probably should have came up earlier, but these ladies are tough.
It's important that she's okay right there and off the line out.
Right.
Ball still being controlled in that end. There's JMU. They still have possession of it. Carry it back in. Ball bounced a little bit, but trying to work around the defense, and there they go.
Wow.
And they get around almost. Trying to make a lateral pass. Can't do it very well, but she still stays in bounds. Running it through the sideboards, side corners, sides, whatever you call it. Well, 6 minutes left to go in the game here. JMU now run through the middle, just throttled down right there by Goose.
NC State got to make something of this 15-point deficit in the last 6 minutes.
Through the pile up, nothing happening there.
Man, it's just an absolute cluster there in the middle. Oh, wow.
Great speed. There she goes. That's Zoe, one of the flankers. JMU can't catch up.
Oh,
wow.
not gonna be able to
there
catch
she
up.
goes. Absolute larceny. What great speed she goes in. Will she get the try?
She will.
And she will. That was a bit of a far side try, so there won't be a really easy conversion kick.
Nonetheless,
Well,
though,
what a try right there, Blake. What
was-
great speed.
that was excellent speed there to get past all of the JMU players. And I believe that who was that again? I couldn't see on the other side. Who was the one that scored?
That was Zoe.
Zoe, yeah, she wasn't in the game for a majority of the first half, I believe.
Well, she
So,
was in the game, Blake. I think it was just she didn't make her presence known that well.
interesting, because I feel like I remember seeing her on the sidelines, and she just like comes in with those fresh legs, you know. Maybe she was in the game. I may not have seen her, but nonetheless, though, an excellent run.
Awaiting the conversion kick. It will not be an easy one. Most likely will not go in, but so far State is 2 for 2 on conversion kicks for the day. So we will see what happens.
To see if NC State can cut the deficit just a little more.
She gets the ball.
Now she's going to go over, see what we can make of it. And the clock's still running. You'd think that they would kind of have a sense
And the
of
ball.
urgency.
Wow.
That was
Holy moly, what a kick. 29-21 now. State is within reach. It's not an easy one, but they could probably get something within the next 3 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have to get 2 quick scores in here, and obviously, you know, the clock keeps running, so there's got to be some sort of sense of urgency, like I stated earlier, from this NC State team.
Really, the story is for the fact that JMU is around. They haven't done well with their conversion kicks today, but State is 3 for 3, and they've hit 2 from very, very wide angles.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that State is really doing an exceptional job here with those. But off the throw off right there, State is trying to regain possession. All they really need is one more burst of speed, and they can really get in. They only have 3 minutes left. I don't know the rules about extra time here, but we'll find out shortly right here.
Right, we'll have to see if that blood timeout or whatever it was that one of the NC State players mentioned in the first half, if that has any contribution here, as the JMU just blasts it down to NC State's end, or goal line rather.
The NC State men's rugby team is here, and we'll be right after this broadcast. Blake and I will be right back. Actually, we'll be talking about that game as well, and
absolutely
going into a bit of a preview of that one. So it'll be exciting to watch, and be sure to stay tuned if you like these rugby doubleheaders. Rugby is a great sport, and it's always fun to come out here and just watch, some really good teams play some really good action, and it's a very entertaining sport for sure.
Absolutely, I've been fully entertained this entire game.
We apologize for the wind as well. It's very windy. When there's wind, it can't be not windy.
Obviously.
Philosophical Statements brought to you by Zach. I get paid the big bucks for that stuff, so I'm signed on here for a reason. JMU now will carry it back in to the side, and this game is just about over here. If JMU gets this one try, there's not a lot State can do after this one, and it'll be a tough loss. State undefeated in conference play. This might be it for them here. Took their first loss in the Mason-Dixon Conference. About $1:45 left to go here.
Yeah, it's not looking very good for NC State right now. They're going to have to score 2 very quick tries in order to get back on top, but it's just not looking likely.
Going to be another scrum.
Right on the NC State.
State can't be upset about this game. It's absolutely just... They play really good today. I mean, it's a great comeback as well. I mean, 29-21. It's not as bad as a 55-50 loss. 55-5 loss, rather. State will win that, and they will kick it out. Great pass up, and the ball will go out of play.
Right out of play.
With the running clock, there's a minute left.
It's going to be thrown in by Stars, I believe. As the time ticks away, we're close to about a half minute.
And they won that one right there. State's going to try their best to get in, but they lose the ball right there. There goes Goose. Goose needs to make something happen, and she can't. There's 17 seconds left. State will take their first conference loss here, Blake, but really you need to commend them on their play. And
absolutely. They played very well.
Very, very well.
But, JMU was just slightly better.
JMU has definitely been the better team. As the clock time runs out, the ref still needs to take a look at that clock to blow the whistle.
Could be just, waiting for a stoppage of play or something, but this game should round out here soon.
JMU still has possession of that one as play has gone considerably past time here.
It might be due to many of the stoppages that have been in the game, at least in the second half, as Nicole Hernandez just barrels her way through NC State.
Another pile up right there. State takes her down.
And that's going to be, is that another, yep, that's another try for JMU.
Yeah, this game is just about over.
I mean, it was
34-21 here. Approaching the final score here. They're going to go for that conversion kick. It's going to be a little bit of an awkward kick, but that's for sure. I mean, still, it was a great game play, but a home loss. It's got to be a bit devastating here, Blake.
Yeah, just, you never want to lose at home in front of your fans. I mean, it happens. JMU is definitely a fantastic team today. But losing at home, it's never what you want to do. As this conversion kick is being kicked from way downtown. I believe that's Brannigan.
And
that looks like it was wide left.
Just wide. And that is the game.
That's going to do it.
A great game played by NC State Rugby, but sadly they fall just a bit short here. 34-21 in favor of the Dukes is the final score. We thank you for joining us here today for this broadcast of NC State Women's Rugby. Blake and I will be right back for the next broadcast of NCSU Men's Rugby. You can catch that right here on PackTV. Just switch over to that broadcast if you're on the YouTube live stream. We thank you for joining us here today, and thank you for joining us, Blake Charlerton, rather. We'll get the name right eventually. And myself, Zach Sawai. We thank you for tuning in. Thank you for helping us do what we need to do to make sure we bring you into the pack, and we'll see you soon.